Media influence affects and impacts teenagers in a negative way. It affects their social lives as well as mental and physical health. Watching television can impact teenagers negatively. It takes away time from reading, learning, talking, spending time with family and friends, exercising, and other vital activities that are important in the growth of a child or teenager. Television exposes teenagers to very negative messages such as violence, inappropriate sexuality, and offensive language. This may change how teenagers think. Teenagers watching these types of television shows bring this kind of culture to be common nowadays. Movies, shows, and video games make violence normal. Many teenagers spend hours upon hours watching this violence that it soon becomes their reality. Television may also increase the use of alcohol, drugs, and smoking in teenagers. Television is not the only way that children and teenagers learn about alcohol, drugs, and smoking, but it is one way. Television and media advertise things such as drugs and alcohol and even promote body image and sex. This may cause harm to teenagers physically and mentally. Trying to have the perfect body is something many teenagers struggle with today. This is because of the media and how it identifies what is perfect. Media also increases the amount of sex that teenagers have. Many television shows and movies and even music revolve around sex. Some teenagers become confused and curious about sex, and this causes the teenagers to want to discover their sexuality. Social media also affects teenagers negatively. Most teenagers today struggle in finding where they belong and have trouble accepting themselves and their bodies. Media leads to distorted body image among a number of teenagers. This sometimes causes anorexia and bulimia, and it is very bad health-wise. Media also commercializes happiness. It makes teens more materialistic and gives the mentality that happiness comes at a price. The hottest new game or the best new clothes are the key to happiness, rather than love and friendship. Media also increases obesity. Watching TV for hours on end does not allow time for teenagers or anyone to go outside and exercise or do anything for that matter. It may even lead to bad eating habits. Media also allows cyberbullying. It allows individuals to anonymously terrorize others. When this happens, especially to teenagers, it may leave mental scars. Media sends the wrong message to teenagers, and it highlights negative aspects of what society should and should not be. Media makes teenagers want to imitate models from the glamour industry, but they should not be trying to be someone else. Teenagers, or anyone, should strive to love themselves and not try to be someone that they are not. Media can also lead to an unhealthy lifestyle. It can cause bad eating habits. Advertisements advertise bad and unhealthy foods. These advertisements are everywhere and affect what we eat. These junk food companies promote their product, but no one promotes healthy foods such as fruits and vegetables. Society and media promote a small Barbie-like figure for girls. However, this should not be what beauty is. Unfortunately, teenagers today loathe their bodies because they do not have the same figure that a Victoria's Secret model does, for example. It also goes for boys as well. Today, girls are more interested in what Kim Kardashian is doing rather than what grades they are getting in school. Media distracts teenagers from what is truly important. Media glorifies negative behavior. It confuses teenagers and makes it difficult for them to distinguish fantasy from reality. The fantasy in the movies and the shows of partying every night becomes a reality to some because it is being promoted so much. Media creates a standard that all people should live by, and that is wrong. It makes teenagers want to strive to be something that they clearly are not. Media promotes violence, drugs, and alcohol, and promotes an unhealthy lifestyle. It causes harm to teenagers physically and mentally. Overall, media is a negative thing and sends bad ideas and thoughts into the young minds of thriving teenagers. It can lower their confidence and promote bad things such as drugs and violence. I think society could do without media.